Hey, it's Average right here, aka Coastie. Welcome back to my adventures. Just loaded up from camp. In the last one, I was soaking wet from my tent, not working right, and so I'm 40 miles away from Manchester City. So I'm at mile 1616. It is July 6th at 9:45, and I'm finally getting on trail. So I gotta figure out what my plan is. I need to do at least 20 today because I need to get to Manchester. Hopefully earlier the better tomorrow. So it looks like I'm doing a big day today, boys and girls. Let's go. All right, did I mention my trekking poles aren't working either? It's just one of those days. So this is kind of a good representation of what good old Vermont has to offer on trail. Just a lot of rocks, a lot of roots, a lot of water. Not great, not terrible, kind of indifferent. I don't really love it. I don't really hate it, but there's just a lot of muck, and not much to look at. I think this is the most open it's been for a while. So yeah. All right, so I done 17 miles today. And actually doing more, but I was wanting to make it up Stratton Mountain, but ran out of daylight. I'm running out of daylight, so I think there's some campsites 4 miles from the last shelter, which was 17 miles, and so that gives me a head start for tomorrow, which means I should be able to get into town. It'll be like 16 miles away, so I should be able to get into town at a decent hour, get what I need to get, and then get out, and then still put some more miles in. We'll see. That all hinges on what time I wake up in the morning. So I did about 20 miles in the day, 7:12. Not a bad day. About to set up camp and call it evening and try to wake up early in the morning and make haste to town so I can eat. All right, even though even though I'm by myself, I did decide to get a little fire going. It's nothing better than sitting at a camp next to a fire, especially after a long day of rain and misery. So, fire, smoke bad. Ah. All right, out at 8:45 now to climb Stratton Mountain and make my plans come to fruition so I can get some food. I got plenty of food, but I basically have enough food to get to town today. That's about it. Check out the view from the fire tower in Stratton Mountain, or on Stratton Mountain rather. You can even see ski resorts. Who knew? All right, so I've had a very productive in-town excursion. Very expensive one. Got me some new threads. Looking good. Got me a new tent and was able to send home a bunch of stuff that I didn't need. I got rid of my cook set. I am now a cold soaker. I know, but I'm gonna make it work. I haven't used my stove like once in the last 2 weeks, so I think I'll be all right. We'll see. I always get stuff sent back, so I think the only thing I have to purchase now is a new pair of shoes before I head into the whites, but I got a few more miles before I gotta do that. So the tent I got is the Nemo Hornet 2-person, and should be good. I've been eyeing this tent for a while now, and pretty excited about getting into it. So I'm gonna enjoy the extra space. Yay. All right, 2 more miles to the shelter, and that makes 20 for the day. So 2 back-to-back days of 21 miles. Getting back in the swing of it. I gotta catch folks. Get the new tent set up on the platform for the. Never done this on a platform before, but I think I got it at least good enough. they didn't fall off. So, yeah. Whew. So I just woke up like at 8:45. Apparently, someone was tired. Yeah. Oh, but I like the new tent. I think I told y'all. It's the Nemo Hornet 2-person. It's actually the one I was eyeing. I wanted to take this at the beginning. I couldn't justify spending the money, but now I'm like, I keep getting rained on. And they just happen to have it, so it just worked out. So they had an MSR, 1-person, something or another, but somebody else had an MSR out here, and like the poles for it like exploded, and they were just effed in the A. It was bad. So no thank you. I have a Nemo 3-person. I love it. So I'm excited to have the Nemo 2-person. Now I just need the Nemo 1-person, and I'll have the whole family. So we're on a ski resort. Had to walk up one of the slopes. It's pretty awesome. I wish there was a better view though. Okay, Vermont, y'all really need to trim up these trails. This is dangerous and scary, I guess. Okay, Vermont, I hear you. This is a climb, and it is nothing but rock. It's just a sheer rock. Oh, and it only gets worse. Okay, that was worth it. That's probably one of the best views I've seen in a long time. Wow. Whew. Okay, I think this tops the cake on coolest bridge so far. I mean, look at that river. Look at that bridge. Look at that river. Look at that sun. Look at the river. This is pretty cool. I really like this. All right, just chilling at a campfire on the side of the road next to these awesome individuals that have provided some of the best trail magic I've had on trail, because I didn't have to hike anymore. They got beer, they had food. I was able to throw my tent up, and it's been awesome. And there's a fire. What else can you want? What else? Oh, such a long day, but this was a rewarding end. All right, trail magic is absolutely magical. Finally leaving the trail magic from last night. It's only 3:15 in the afternoon now, the next day. But I might get a mile in. I don't know. There's a lake up ahead. It's a beautiful day. It's the weekend. There's a bunch of cars here. They're all going to hang out at the lake. So, hey, when in Rome, you know what I'm saying? Check it out. So, walked a whopping 2 miles. Set up. Got the tent set up. There is a lake over yonder. It's a little cold for me. But who knows? I may jump in it, because it's just a nice day. It's like one of those too nice days to hike, even though it's a really nice day to hike. But I think I'm just gonna chill. It's great. Good morning. Headed out early today. It's 9 o'clock, but still, all my friends were gone by 8, which is before I woke up. So it is a beautiful day here in Vermont in July. And you know, for a southern boy, July, like, summer's like halfway over. Like here, it like just started. So like, also back home it's like 100 degrees, and here it's like 55. There is a lake, and people were swimming in it last night or yesterday, but no, not this guy. So I would show it to you, and I may here in a second, but at this moment in time, it's covered by trees. So, but I'm gonna try to get 20 in. I'm starting to get behind schedule a little bit. Not that I have a schedule per se, but I'm trying to finish before August 16th. That's always been kind of the goal. And right now it's looking like August 14th, but I can do things to mitigate that, so I can still bump my date up earlier, but it's getting harder and harder to be able to do that, because I I'm tired of freaking hiking, man. That's being honest with everybody. I'm just tired of hiking. I'm done. Like, I'm still having fun, but this walking stuff sucks. But I'm gonna keep going. I'm this close, 3/4 of the way, which really bums me out because I thought there was a sign. I never saw one. I was doing the math, and we're definitely in the last quarter or so. Yeehaw. Okay, here's that lake that I'm walking by. Like I said, you can't really get a good overview of it, but it is pretty, and a lot of people are swimming in it. But there ain't no way in heck I'm even getting my toe in that thing. It is so cold. Check out the gorge on this crazy bouncing bridge. Holy Moses. Ugh. All right, so I stumbled upon this little guy. Only 500 more miles. I cannot believe it. Only been out here for 5 months. I think I'd be a little closer by now, but you know, doing it at my speed. All my friends are still ahead of me, but you know what? I'm gonna make it. Morale has been lifted the last couple days, and I'm gonna keep pressing on. So 500 miles, nothing. Be done in no time. All right, finally woke up, got my tent set up. We even have a little morning fire to warm up because it was cold as balls this morning. So moving a little slow. It's nice to just sit by the fire instead of tearing camp down. You know, even though we had the fire this morning, I still left before 8:30. Pretty wild, but I got the first like 4,000 foot climb today. So it's not. The mountain's 4,000 feet. I think it's only like a 3,000 foot climb, or 2,000 foot. I don't know. Got some climbing to do this morning. I gotta do like 15 miles, and then I think I hit town. Maybe hit a diner. They're trying to do 20, but it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough leaving town at 15 to hike another 5 really tough miles. So we'll see. I'm coming up to Rutland. So the climb we're doing is Killington, which I think is the tallest peak in Vermont. So, sorry, hiccups. I was wanting to do it last night, but just got here a little too late, I think. So it'd been cool to have a sunset on the top. No, man, that'd been beautiful. Let's check it out. All right, on another edition of AT Cribs, we're on a shelter on top of a mountain. Man, check this out. A little rustic. I think it's the oldest. Somebody was saying it's the oldest one on the long trail. But man, it's like if there's a zombie apocalypse, you have an advantage. 1700, baby, let's go. All right, at Main Junction, the long trail goes that way, and the Appalachian Trail goes that way. So I could finish the long trail, but duh. Let's go to Katahdin first, huh? So I'm not gonna lie, I really like Vermont. It's kind of cool. This is another little bridge over near Kent Lake or Kent Pond, but I think this is actually more impressive than the pond. You can kind of see it through the trees there, but this is really neat. There's actually like a water hole right there. If you looked at the top of my trekking pole, that was that's actually a really cool little spot too. But no time for swimming. I got to go meet some friends in town. They were gonna try to go to, or I think I'm gonna try to go to Long Trail Brewing Company, because Trail Magic the other night, a guy had some of those and they were really, really good. So I wouldn't mind hitting up that place. But I'm not sure what we're gonna do. I might hike on, do another 5 after town, or may try to stay in town. It's be 15 miles for the day, so we shall see. Well, you guys see my buddy Fallout and Jeff, and They're both headed to Hanover, which is where I was at on the 4th. But they weren't willing to bring me back, so they dropped me off, and there's nowhere to camp unless I want to pay like, I don't know, it's like $200. So gotta hike 6 more miles. I'm doing 15 miles. Like, it was like 3 o'clock, I think. So now it's like 6:30. I gotta do 6 more miles. So luckily I have some food behind me and a couple drinks. So I don't know. I got a heck of a climb coming and a heck of a descent before the next camping spot. So see how this works out. Okay, y'all don't tell anybody, but these are waterfalls, as you can barely see. And I don't think camping is allowed, but you know what? There's a couple flat spots here. I'm just saying. I think it might happen. All right, so I got the beers cooling up here. Well, you can't see my tent, but I got my tent set up there. So refrigeration in the wilderness here. And here's the lovely tent setup. So all by myself. Be all right. Only the fourth time in my entire AT adventure that this has been a lonely experience. So, but I was glad to see my buddy Fallout and my buddy Jeff, and unfortunately they moved on. But hey, I got this all to myself. What more can you ask for? And I got a beer. There's nothing better than life.
And welcome back to another episode of AT Cribs. I'm in my new tent. It's the Nemo 2 van, 2P, or they're the Hornet 2P, but I don't know if y'all saw it. Got pretty good space. Not bad. Got 2 doors. Got a door over here. Got a door over here. Nothing touched, like my head doesn't touch the headrest, and my feet doesn't touch that down there, so I like it. We got plenty of space. The rain started this morning. It hadn't rained heavy. Well, it hasn't been raining heavy, but it's been raining since like 6:30, 7 o'clock. I was trying to get up, but as soon as I was getting up, it started raining. And it wasn't supposed to rain until like 10, so it's like, crap. So I'm just going to hang out here until it's actually stopped pretty good, so might get up, get some breakfast, and get going. Or I might roll over and take a nap.
All right. Packed up. Still at the falls. And this, I'm showing y'all how to properly stealth camp. So like my tent was right here. It was all flat. Like, it looked like a tent had been there. But what you do is you go over here and grab a handful of junk, right? And just kind of sprinkle it all over your tent spot. And then it looks like nobody stayed there. So if you were wanting to actually stealth camp instead of just put your tent in the woods and call it a stealth camp, this is how you actually do it. So, yeehaw. So I'm leaving these spectacular falls and finally beginning my journey for the day. So it's only 9:30, so not starting off too late. But with that, I'm going to close this video out. So as always, I appreciate all the love, the support, views, comments, likes, everything. It all helps. I appreciate all the support, even through this my rocky time. So it's been much needed, much appreciated. So I know these videos are a bit out, like not out of date, but I'm a little behind. And but even the support I get from the previous videos that y'all are saying, hey, good job. It still means something, even though that I've already passed that when I see it. So, but again, appreciate it, and I'll see y'all on the trail.